You can spend years thinking about your business, your life, and how to change it. And then, in just a few days, everything shifts. This is exactly what I witnessed this week, and I really feel like I need to share it with you. So hang on here, because inside our AI $1,000,000 Manifestation Challenge, we just opened a week ago a beta test, and 2 moments from 2 people who have tested this hits me harder than anything I've seen in months. And they reminded me of the truth that I think creators do forget. Change doesn't need time. It needs presence, it needs energy, it needs consistency. And what these 2 creators have experienced in just 4 and 7 days actually amazed me, maybe even shocked me a little. So, sometimes I see something happening inside our community that stops me in my tracks. And this is the reason why we are building this project. It's the reason we are combining AI, energy, and aligned creation. We're speaking about manifestation in 2025. So, here's what happened. I got 2 stories. The first one, I read this actually last night. And I asked if I could mention this in our community, and the creator said yes. So, the guy said like this: on day 4, and actually let me just go a little back here. This guy, he is at my age. He's not living in my country, but he's an experienced entrepreneur and quite successful. And like most of us, he had his ups and downs in life, in business, and has been trying to figure out how to make things work. And he just posted something that I was kind of like, wow. And I'm gonna put my words on it, but he said something like, on day 4 of our challenge, only day 4, guys, he said, I can't fall asleep. Not because I'm stressed, but because I'm so excited. Now remember, this is not a kid. He's in his 50s, like me. And then he continued to say he woke up with only a couple of hours of sleep, and he had more energy, more clarity, more precision in his body, in his system, in his being. His kind of like his soul was connecting. And he also said in his work. So he said something like, I think I double up my improvement in just one night. My words on this is that this is exactly what happens when alignment hits. When the nervous system shifts and when creation begins from the inside. Just take a deep breath in on this one. When creation begins from the inside. Wow, wow. Now let's move on to the next one. Again, these are the 2 first people, the 2 first beta testers that's joining this, I call it the North Star, the first phase of the AI $1,000,000 Manifestation Challenge. And this person is also a creator. And he had a couple of days off because he was traveling. So I actually had to ask if he was still there. And he said that he had been traveling. And because of that, he couldn't post daily. But he did the work. And he wrote something like this after his 7 days. The clarity I received was extremely eye-opening. And then he continued and said, the momentum never dropped. I just kept going. And also he said, and we are still new, and it's the first 2 beta testers. He did say something that I actually felt very important, and also say this is gold when I replied to him, because he says something like he felt alone, and we are only 2, and he was the first one doing it, so I understand that. And I was just like, this is what a community does. When people engage, when people, and I see this in the school communities I'm in, when people, they actually share, when people actually comment, when people actually engage with each other and celebrate each other, this is just lifting the energy even more. So when we are the first ones, that's how it's always gonna be. Can't feel alone. So I totally understand this guy. But he also said something like, even though that, I still kept going. And that's the frequency, that's the power. Just take a breath in on this one. So I'm gonna just share a couple of notes because I'm pretty excited about this. We are right now 48 creators inside the community, inside this space. And what I'm seeing from the first beta testers and what's going on in the community, I actually had a call last night with a woman in the community who won the prize. We have each month we have a prize. And so I had a session with her, and I just felt that great manifestation energy. And also she shared some ahas that she had from our session, and I felt that. So what I'm seeing in the community, even though this is also the beginning, is that it's waking up something inside of people. A new energy, maybe even a clearer identity, and a version of themselves. And I feel the same here. I'm growing with people, a version that is emerging very fast. So again, it's only the beginning. And I'm just like, AI plus energy plus daily praxis. This is exponential shifting. Could even call it quantum shifting. So, and this is exactly why we are building this AI $1 million manifestation challenge. Because when creators show up for themselves every day, something rewires. And it's not just their action, it's something deeper. It's their identity. And what will happen is, I just invited the 2 next. We're still in beta test. And I'm actually going to tell you something that even though this seems to be life-changing, and that's what I hoped it would be. It's very simple, but it's so powerful. This is what it costs to join us right now. I'm not saying it's going to be that forever, but it costs like this. So join the community, and then there will be an invitation to put yourself in on the waiting list for the next beta testers. And that is even also right now for free, even though it's life-changing. I know this is a bit crazy actually, but I just want to see what we are capable of. And you are invited too. If you're a creator, if you're an entrepreneur, if you feel like there must be another way, and something is calling inside of you, you feel that like a whisper or a roaring or whatever it is, that you're meant for something bigger, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. So again, for one guy who has in his 50s, experienced entrepreneur. Day number 4, a big shift. And the second one, after 7 days, told me this. Imagine going on with this for 21 days. Simple, small exercises. Imagine going on for maybe 90 days. I must say I am very excited about what I'm sharing here. And actually, I'm not even catching up myself with what is going on, but I'm really excited. And I must say that I haven't really felt like this for maybe even years. One thing for sure is that this community is proving one thing, and it's proving it's very fast. When creators commit, even when it's quietly, even when it's imperfectly, lives and businesses changes, right? So actually one thing that comes to mind, it's going to be the last thing here, is that this experienced entrepreneur, he has clients, he's working with them physically, and what he wrote also was something like, and that was the day after not sleeping as I understood it, that even though he hadn't slept, he was so much more in the zone with his clients. And see, for me, this is a ripple effect, because what happens then? The clients, they of course experience this. So business-wise, obviously, they have an even greater experience with this guy, who I believe is very professional. And maybe they will even share it. Maybe people come and ask, what happened to you? You look so happy, or you look so relaxed, or you look like you're in better health. And they say, well, I got a session today with this practitioner, and it was just amazing. That's a ripple effect, right? But also energy-wise, for him, he is shifting other people in a higher way. This is so much more than I actually just, when I started this video, I actually just had in mind there. So, guys, I had to share this, and I'm so excited. I look forward to have the next one in the beta test. And again, feel free to check out the link below this video, and maybe I'll see you in the community, or else I'll see you in the next video. Let's keep going here, all right? With love from Michael.